So in our recent item, what's there? We have created a workflow. So we were creating a workflow on opportunity object. Okay, so what we were doing is here we were saying the time-based workflow, whether our workflow is getting scheduled or not, and we were clicking on search and we were not getting any record here, right?
Hmm.
That's where we were stuck. So let's go to our workflow. And you guys can go to your workflow rule. And here you can check whether it is active or not. If it is not active, you will have to activate it. So just go ahead and activate this workflow and then create an opportunity and let me know if you're able to see that it is getting triggered or not in the time based. So you have to do 3 tasks. First task, we go email. We were doing in the works. Workflow. The task one is you have to go to your workflow. Okay, then task 2 activated. Task 3 check the time based. Time based navigation node. To see if your workflow is scheduled or not. So this is clear, right? What all we have to do to check our workflow is scheduled or not.
Yeah.
You have to you now you are clear, right? What all you have to do. So just check this and let me know if you have any question. Okay, just do this because I have here when you after coming here, you have to click on search and you have to see whether you have found your workflow being scheduled or not.
It's showing no records to display.
No, but you have to. I mean, you guys will have to do these tasks. No, you have to activate your workflow. So you have to go to workflow and then activate it. Okay, and then you'll have to create again. You'll have to create a new opportunity. Create a new opportunity. Create a new opportunity which have close date as let's say 25th December. Check the time place navigation to see if your workflow is scheduled for 24th December or not. You got it right, what all you have to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so just perform this all tasks right now, and if you'll have any question, just let me know and I'll try to clarify.
So we need to go new rule, na?
Sorry?
We need to go with the new rule or create new view.
No, you have already, you have a workflow, right?
Yeah, trigger email. So we need to go with edit one.
Yeah, so what you'll have to do, you just go your list view, you'll have to go to your workflow. In list view, check your workflow, whether it is active or not. So for my case, if you'll see, it is already active. So here, if I'll go my workflow, here workflow rules, I have already activated it.
Trigger email is not active. Means there is no
Yeah,
chat.
trigger.
Yeah, so the
Yeah,
first
trigger.
thing
Trigger.
you'll have to do after going, you'll have to activate it.
Okay.
And then you'll have to create a new opportunity which have closed date as 25th December. And then you will have to do the 4 tasks to check time based whether it is scheduled or not.
Okay. Evaluate the rule when a record is.
Let me know once you guys are complete. Okay, I'm keeping myself on mute.
Okay. Opportunity should be closed. Pradeep, opportunity should be closed.
While you clicked on this activate option, this
Mm-hmm.
user
Edit. उस पे जो options are, it's coming edit rule, evaluation criteria, then rule criteria. So it's already showing opportunity closed. Field rule criteria. So it should be closed or something else.
opportunity to close on.
Sorry, is there any question you guys have?
Closed it, trigger email on 1 day prior. Yeah, I mean, in rule criteria, there is an option field. So the opportunity should be closed, no?
So in the rule criteria, so you haven't created that workflow yet. I mean,
No,
this is
that was not activated. The trigger email was not
okay, okay,
activated
okay,
for us. So
okay,
we
okay.
are just
So
we just edited on that button.
okay, okay. So you have just clicked. So I have just deactivated. I'm clicking on active now. Activate. Let's see what all options I'm getting. Oh, so I'm not getting those options. I think when you will be seeing the first time activation. So you can just share your screen and let's see what is there. For now, I'm just pasting this task in our chat. No, 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 no. Just cancel this. I don't know.
See,
This is
it's not active here. That's why. Trigger email on 1 day opportunity closed state.
okay.
If
Okay.
you will
So
see,
just yeah,
this
yeah.
was not
So click
activated.
on you see activate button is there, no? Right after delete. Click on that. Yeah.
Okay, we were doing editing. That.
After edit also you will get. Okay. So here you are activating. After edit also on the top you will get that button. Okay. So if you are confused, we'll go back again. Cancel this and we'll see from the edit button. Click on edit.
Yeah, this on this page only.
Oh, okay, okay. So it is taking us to this page. Okay, you can cancel it then. Yeah. Cancel it and click on the activate. Yeah. So here you have a default workflow user. So
Yeah.
search on that. You will as an admin. So whenever this workflow will trigger, it needs to have permission, like someone is executing it. So you say like it is having admin access and this default workflow user you can select as yourself because you have admin access. So click on
So
the search little search icon and select your user. Okay, scroll down.
hmm.
Down. You don't have to worry about this things. Scroll down. Yeah. Okay. Then you have some checkboxes like an email each time automation update, some record and all. We don't have to worry. Just click on the save button and we should be good. I mean, yeah, if you want, to check that. We don't need to check, but yeah, if you want, you can do. But yeah. So now you have activated. Now you have a task 3 and task 4. Okay, that is clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm keeping myself mute. Once you are done, let me know.
What should be the object this time?
We are working on opportunity only, no? So you will be creating a new opportunity, and on that new opportunity, our workflow is supposed to be triggered. So create a new opportunity, and then you will have to go to your time-based workflow, and there you will have to check whether it got triggered or not. I mean, it should be scheduled on. So if you are creating your opportunity, so task 3, I have clearly mentioned, if you'll see in the chat, create a new opportunity which have close date as 25th December.
5th December. So the
Yeah.
rule name should be opportunity close date.
Rule
No.
name or
Object name. You are creating a new object.
Yeah,
You're not going to create a rule. Rule already is there. You already
opportunity.
have a rule and already have a workflow. It's just you're creating a new opportunity, a new object.
The opportunity name could be anything or the existing one.
It's just like we are testing this thing, whether it's working or not. So you can keep any opportunity. You can say any deal or something just for our testing purpose. Test deal, any deal, ABCD, whatever you wish.
Be closed, last one, could be anything. Okay.
Just make sure your close date should be 25th.
Yes. Okay, check the time-based navigation mode. 3 is done. Step 3 is done.
So now we have to go with add workflow action. No?
Time-based. Check the time-based navigation node to see if your workflow is scheduled for 25th or not, 24th or not.
Showing the next option, it's showing add workflow action and add time trigger. Need to go with
Let's see.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yeah,
Rahul?
yeah. Now you.
Yeah, share your screen. Let's see. No. Why? You created a new workflow. We were not supposed to create a workflow, Rahul. We were supposed to create an opportunity.
Earlier, I created an opportunity only with.
No. So you have activated your workflow, right? So when what we were doing, we just activated our workflow, right? So we don't have to create this new workflow rules. That rule on which we have triggered, okay, which we have activated. For that, we just want to check if we will create any other opportunity, that particular workflow is getting triggered or not. So it won't trigger on the existing work opportunities.
Okay, so you want me to do with this trigger email on one day prior? I need to make changes on this one.
No, you don't have to do anything with the workflow. Opportunity tab is there on the top. You see in the tab, we have opportunity. Go there and create one new opportunity over there.
That is done. Created one option.
Rahul haven't created, I believe.
Okay, this one.
Rahul haven't created. So Rahul, you go ahead and create this one. Pradeep, you just left side in your setup screen, left side, you search for time based.
Okay. Time-based workflow. Okay.
See whether your workflow is scheduled or not.
Time-based workflow. Getting an option says none. So we have to select some option here.
You just click on the search button. So go into setup, Rahul, here. Scroll up. Setup. Here in the quick find, search for time based. Click on this. Click on search. You see your workflow is scheduled now. So this your workflow is trigger on. You see what I was saying? It should get a schedule for 24th December. So you can see it is scheduled for 24th December. It's clear to you guys or not?
Yeah,
Yes.
now it's clear.
Okay, so now we
So
have
this can be created in a new opportunities.
So when you were creating the opportunity, this workflow rule, we had three options, if you remember. One was when opportunity is creating, on a creating opportunity, it should get triggered or it should get triggered onto created one and subsequently when it is getting changed and meeting one criteria.
Okay.
So a workflow will always check the new items which is coming. It won't work on the existing item. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'll present my screen. Now we have approval process. So workflow and approvals, we have first we have seen workflow rules. Second, we have approval process. So approvals are a complex business. If you can just read through this, It is what are approvals? Approvals are complex business process that requires information gathering and planning before implementing. It is recommended that you follow the instruction below getting started. Okay, so just ignore this. What approval is, if you know, for in anything like suppose as a HR. So as a HR, if any candidate is getting onboarded, if there is any salary discussion or something, if he is demanding any higher package or anything, you may have to go through multiple levels to get approval, right?
Yeah.
So it is similar kind of thing, like something you have to take a approval. So like let's say like a record, like you have created a opportunity and that opportunity, or let's say not opportunity, account. So there is one account which is created, like somebody is onboarding, like you are let's say HR. Somebody is getting onboarded without HR approval. That particular employee cannot be recorded, cannot be activated in the system. So as a HR, you must have to give, I mean, maybe somebody have created this record, somebody uh, as a system user, he went ahead and he created, as you asked them to go ahead and create, and just he just went ahead and created this record. Just after the record creation, you should get this notification whether this particular user needs to be added into this in our organization or not. So to create such processes, what we'll have to do? So let's say we want to create like as we are discussing, we want to create a approval on account. So we can just go ahead as we were doing onto workflow rule. What we were doing to create any workflow rule, we had to select the object from the drop down list, right? So here also you will get opportunity. You see, we are getting opportunity, but this time we are interested into account. So let's select the account. Okay. Just after you will select the account, here it will start highlighting that on which object you are going to create the approval process. So it is onto account object. So once you will do this here, here you will have, you see, listing of both active and inactive. Here you will have all the processes. So if you remember on your workflow, we had to create a new workflow task there. I mean, what you want to do with the workflow when it get triggered. Similar way here we have a process, like after what we have to do. So that we can do with this, we can create approval process with this jump start wizard. So this wizard is looks like this. So this is familiar to you, right?
Hmm.
So let's say you want to create a approval for all the new accounts. Whatever new accounts will get created, you want to approve those, right?
Okay.
Let's say as a system administrator, we want to create approval on new accounts. Don't have to worry about the unique name. It will automatically take. It's just like whenever you will edit, it won't get, because it's already filled, so it won't. So it is what it is. Then we have to specify the entry criteria. So there are these multiple criteria which are defined. So if suppose you have added all the criteria, and if you want some more filter criteria, you can add. So let's say we have a field called, let's go here on particular account. So let's go on to Rajat Singh. So we should have a field called active here. Let me search. ProLab active. Yeah, you see this account. This account is working. Like you see, this account we don't have any value. But let's say all the accounts which are true, active true, that those are activated. Okay. So for me, it is active. The thing is active account. Okay. So you want to do the approval process. So for all the accounts which is active, I mean, which are being created, that approval with that approval, whenever you'll give the approval, it should just change the account and make it active as a yes. That is one thing we have to do. So what we have to do first, we have to check the account active should be false. So this is a filter criteria. I mean, we don't want those accounts which are, we want only those accounts which are not active. So we want to filter those, right? So these are the criteria should be met. Okay. Let me know if you have any question here.
No,
That is fine, right? And then we have to, I mean, we have, if you go down, you see there is this option called select approver here. So with this select approver, we have this entry criteria, that is okay. Then who wants to approve it? Okay, so let the submitter choose the approver. So whenever a submitter, anybody who is creating the document, maybe he wants to take approval, like in you may be a part of a team, and that team, you know, like who there are multiple approvers, but you have discussed something like you want to have a specific permission on some item. So you created that item, and to have that permission, you know who is the manager. So you can just create, you can just look for that manager and you can select it and you can send it for the approval, and that manager will approve it for you. So that is one way of getting the approval. So we can do that by choosing the first option. Then we have the second option, automatically assign an approver using a standard custom hierarchy field. Okay, so like in your system, sorry.
Nothing.
Oh, it is my voice which is echoing. Okay, no problem. So but this, it is saying like our system have already some hierarchy, like I am working as a lead developer and above me, there is a system architect who is working. Then if I'll request for something, then either system architect, it will directly go to system architect. If it is not being resolved by the system architect, then it should go to the solution architect. So something like that, that hierarchy. Okay, then it is that. Then we have automatically assigned to the approvers. So this third option is like selecting manually whenever this account. So we are creating the approval on the account. So whenever this account will get created, we are going to select like who will be the user or the users. So here we can have a multiple users, you see.
Okay.
And here we can just select the options who, like Rajat Singh. So Rajat can approve this. Okay. But what if you want to have Rajat and Pooja both to have approval onto the same item? So if both will approve, then only you want this item to get approved. Okay, that could be one option. So if you want both approval, then you have to choose this radio button. So when both will approve, then only this will turn into active. If you want only any one of them will approve, then it should get approved. Then you can choose the first option. It is clear, right?
Hmm.
But for now, what I will do, I will just remove 0 and I'm keeping only one user rejection. So everything will approve and it will get approved. Just adding it. Okay. Okay, so it is like you see, like what we did, we created a workflow and we did not activate it. It is just reminding us you'll not be able to use this approval process until it has been activated. So we have to activate it. Invalid data. What happened? Happened. Okay.
In the right hand side, it's there and use approval field of account owner. It's something related to that. Use
Sorry,
approval
right hand
field.
side.
Right hand side, it's there. Now use approver field of account owner. You need to click on this checkbox also.
Use approver field of account owner. No, we don't have to check this actually. We don't need to check this. So what it is saying is,
It should be yes or no, I think. It's red
no,
mark.
actually not. This is not because we are not getting error because of this. We are getting error because I just kept the value false.
Yeah, it should be
Okay.
yes or no.
It should be from
Yes or no.
yes or no. So let's say our value is no, right? We want to filter only those which value is no, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so let's select it. Oh, why false, man? No, false at all. No. Let's try to save it. Okay. I think it will get saved. You have just created a one-step approval process. So you see, it is saying like just created a one-step approval process. So approval process can be multi-step, right? Like you approve, then he approved. So if I have selected both Rajat and Pooja, it was supposed to be two-step approval process, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go and see this detailed page. Okay, on this detailed page, we have multiple things like what is the process name, unique name, entry criteria and all. Then we have initial submissions action. So so what this saying is there is this action already got created. So this action, this is this is the existing action. Whenever you will create any process, this action gets created by Salesforce itself. So what does do? What does this mean is this whenever you create any account item, you'll not have the permission again to change it, to submit it. It will just get logged and it will only be modified when, it won't be, you will not be able to modify it. So that particular thing uh, will go to approver because you see, there is a possibility like approver is seeing your page and at the same time you are editing some things over there. So he may receive some false data after the approval, right? So that should not happen. You got my idea what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
Okay, then we have approval step. This is the step. Okay, then let's say what is this? Okay, so apart from this action, what all we have? We can just create task, email alert, field update, outbound message. So these all we can create on this. Okay. So this is the initial submission action. Just after user clicked on the submission, we can have these many tasks. Okay. Then we have a approval step. So the first step, what we have is this is the first step. Okay. So Rajat Singh is going to approve it. Okay. Then we have a final approval action. Log the record from being edited. So let's say we want to not restrict the user to log. So we choose unlock the record for editing. Okay. Recall action is. So this is a recall action. Okay. Final rejection action. Unlock the record for editing. Okay. So once I just reject the account, whichever user have created, if I reject it, here there is two options: lock the record from being edited, unlock the record from editing. Just after I will reject, it should be open for, it should be open for editing, and he can again, customer can go ahead and edit that record, and it should be open for submission again. So this is what I did. I just kept it. Okay, recall action. So this recall action is like recall. Something you want to recall. You made some mistake and you want to recall that. You have submitted to me, like you want to have approval onto this, but you realize there is something, you made a mistake and you want to recall that. So you can recall it, and just after you will recall, approver will not have the access to approve that again, and you can just modify it, and once you'll submit, then only he can approve or reject the record. So it is what the recall action is. Let me know if it is there is any doubt to you.
No, nothing.
No, all right. What about you, Pradeep? You are comfortable?
I'm on the same page.
It's still confusing, this process.
Practice makes
Okay, so
perfect.
it is nothing, like it is just you have to understand how the approval is going to happen. Okay, so we are creating one approval, and that approval we just created, and this approval is on, you see, it is explaining like what are the initial submission actions on this initial submission action. So just after any user will go on to account. Can I just? No. Okay, so you created some account. Okay, so just after you created, like you are going to this account, you creating a new account. Just after you created account, this should get approved from someone. So we are into this admin user profile, but a user can have a different access. We know, like there is different profiles. So any users, he comes in and he creates a new account. That account will come to this user. Which user? Rajat. So he can approve that. He can approve on what basis? There are this actions, like you see, you don't have any actions yet defined. So I don't want to have any action. So you can have multiple actions. Whenever I suppose whenever I'm just approving it, we can just say like your approver, it got approved or something, email alert or field update, anything we can do. If we reject, these things can happen. So that approval we can just set. Also, what should happen when the record log the record from being edited. Once the record submitted. So once suppose I have submitted the record, what should happen? It should not get enabled for editing. So it is what it is. So just after you just submitted it to someone, it should not get edited. And then final approval action is record log, which should unblock the record from editing whenever the final approval action happens. Okay. And then if reject happen, then also we should unblock the record for editing. So you're saying like just after you approved. Okay. So whether you will allow after that, you will allow the user to make any changes to that record or not. So if you don't want to make the changes, you can just edit it and you can say log the record. Don't make them change. And then this is the final rejection action. So if the rejection happens, what happens? Let's unlock for the editing. So recall action, we have the same recall action. So user can go and recall. It don't have, I mean, you as a approver don't have permission to recall. It will someone who have created the record. So if he have created the record, when I'm saying the record, like it's the account, a new account. Whenever somebody creating a new account, that account get locked. So after we have created, we'll just have to activate it. So what it's saying, once you are activating it, what it's saying, after activating this approval process, you cannot add or remove approval step. Also, some approval step attribute will not be editable. Continue.
Rajat bhaiya, just 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm just coming.
Okay.
Rajat bhaiya, you can continue.
Okay, so like I cannot make any changes after this. So you'll have to deactivate it to make any other changes. So here, I believe you guys haven't activated it yet. So I just missed one action. So whenever final approval happens, what we want to make a field update, right? We want to make a field update and we want to say change the activate the account. Activate the account. How we will do? Okay, we want to update onto account active custom field. Right. Yes. Let's keep Save. This is clear to you guys what I did just?
Yeah.
Yes.
What we did, we want to update this field. Whenever this approval happens, whenever I will just approve this as approval, whenever I'll approve, it should trigger this action, two action, one log. So there will be two actions which will get triggered once you will just create a new account. So what I'll do, two triggers. One is record log. So new user will not be able to, hey man, what is happening with you? Sorry. Okay, so new user will not be able to edit it. Okay, so he will not be, here he created, he'll not be able to edit it because the record is logged. So it will only be open based on this action. Okay, so after two actions we have, one is record log. The record will get logged one just after submitting it, and then we have a field update. So this field update action will get triggered when I will just approve this or whatever. Okay, so what you can do, you can just, let's go ahead and see whether it's working or not. Let's go ahead and create an account for Gopal. Account name should be a business, not Gopal. Let's say we want to create this account for new private limited. So let's say this is a wire business. So Bangalore wire private limited LTD. Okay. So this is one business. You want to choose parent or not, it's your wish, but so let's say you can just save it. Okay. You see, actually, I am just admin, that's why I'm getting this button. But you see, here I'm getting this submit for approval button. Okay, so this submit for approval button is the button which will just send it for the approval. So once you'll just click on this button. This is what does not meet the entry criteria. Please contact the page. This is the criteria. Here, what we have the criteria. There should not be any criteria. We may have to set some more values into this. Does layout have this value? We'll just edit this layout. Let's say key. There is this Grand Hotel and Resort Limited. And this is active. What we will do, we'll just make it active. No. Save it. Okay. And let's submit it for approval. The record does not meet the entry criteria initial submitter of any active approval process. Why is this happening? you are approving it, we have already created the workflow, not this workflow rules. So you will just see, is it, oh, this is not activated. That's the reason. So we'll have to activate it. Now it is activated. Now it should work, I think. Let's send for approval. Yeah, it went to, you see, just after I clicked on approval, you see this record got locked. Will not be able to change it. Okay. So this unlock record means you are recalling, you are asking like you don't want the approval on this item. So when you click on unlock record, it will just unlock it. So once you will do this, you will get the approval. I mean, you should receive an approval process. So where we receive the approval process in this, you see here approval history. There is this approval history. So as I am an administrator and I have chosen my name, you see actual approver here, I'm getting the option approve or reject. But someone who is a different having different user, he will not see this. I mean, okay, he will not see this button. He will see this reassign. He may see based on if he have the permission, but he'll not be able to see the button. So as I am the approver, I'm seeing this. So once you will click on, you see here it is showing the overall status is pending. Just after I'll click this approve or reject, this one active should turn into yes, right?
Hmm.
So with the approval, we'll have to write some message. You can like approved, looking good, approved, looking good, approved. Just you will approve. You see it got changed active as a yes. So this approval screen which we have, we can change. Actually, we can just customize your home page. So what can you do? Just go to your home. And let's say you see you have items to approval, no records to display, right? Here you have, you see items to approval. Here you should get all the items. Here also you should get all the items. So if you go to accounts and let's say this Burlington Textile, we'll just not Burlington because we are using this sometimes. Grand Hotels and Resort. Want to unlock it. Then we want to edit it. Let's say you want to make no. Let's save it. Let's submit for approval. Okay, now this record is locked. So whenever you will come to your home page, you see you will be able to see what all approvals they have asked to you. So from here you can approve or reject. Approving it. Yeah. Let's say approve. No, it got approved. It got changed to yes, you see. So this is what about the all about approval. So you just guys go ahead and create one approver and create
Yeah.
account and see whether it's
Rajat
working.
Bhai, you need to send this link. This one and workflow one, the Thursday one.
First day, I think I already have
No,
uploaded. I haven't.
no, that was only last record types.
Okay. So last week, I think we discussed, right? This one
Yeah,
of workflow.
yeah,
Okay, so
workflow.
I will today's session and yesterday's session, I will upload it.
What
Okay.
what we can do tomorrow? You just guide us